everybody, welcome to our channel. I am Yusuf.
I am Erica.
I am Jenny.
And I am Val.
And together, we are the Filipinoers!
And for today's episode, we're going to talk about
The common
And most annoying
Filipino attitudes
that we have to get rid of. Filipinoers! So, what are we gonna be talking about this issue?
why did we come up with that kind of topic?
I think it's because we are Filipinos.
and we think it's normal for us to have these attitudes when in fact it's very unhealthy.
Yes, we should be aware of the attitudes that we portray to
Other
other people.
Yes, and I think it's also because for the Philippines to be in success, we have to get rid of these attitudes.
That's
definitely.
just right. Exactly.
And I've noticed the most common thing we Filipinos have is the Filipino time, right?
Yeah.
The Filipino time. Yeah, who was late earlier?
Not guilty.
I wasn't late. You were just early because you live here.
1:30 is 1:30.
I came here 1 hour and 30 minutes after the time.
But
So I was
anyway,
late.
Filipino time is basically the thinking of the Filipinos, which means we get to arrive an hour or hours, minutes after the exact time. In other words, we Filipinos don't value punctuality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we all know that time is gold and it's very important to value time. And it has become a norm for people, or like somewhat normal for people to adjust for other people with the Filipino time thing.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
We should practice punctuality now when
We're still
It is
young
earlier,
because
yeah.
when will we start to adjust? When we are old?
yeah.
So why not start today? Why not change today?
I
Why
think it's
tomorrow?
only common here in the Philippines because in foreign countries they value
Value time.
punctuality.
Yeah.
so
They're
much
time
actually.
conscious.
Just like in Japan.
Yeah.
And it's very it's a big problem here in the Philippines because almost all of us needs time, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it affects
Other
other people. Yeah.
But it's it's practiced at school, right? Because we have 7:30 in classes.
Yeah. So it
And-
slowly molds us to be time conscious.
For us to be in the future, we have
Yeah.
to be professionals. We need to value time.
Yes.
And what's sad about this is that I think it's normal for us. We don't consider because when we talk about Filipino time, we just laugh about it because
Yeah.
it's normal for us.
And it's not become an issue anymore when in
Yeah.
fact it's a really great issue here in the Philippines.
We already adopted this kind of attitude, and it is just unhealthy to us when it comes to punctuality.
Because it's in our minds. For example, we have the time 7:30 and the people will arrive at 8:30. We need to adjust it to 6:30.
So that everybody would be there on 7:30. So like we adjust for other people. So which is actually not a good thing.
It's
Yeah.
unhealthy, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Definitely.
And we have to get rid of that.
Right.
So the next issue we'll be talking about is the crab mentality. So crab mentality is the attitude where we pull other people down because we don't want them to be on top. So we don't want them to be successful. Like you think so positive of yourself but yet think so negative of others, which is actually a bad thing, right?
Yes, and I think the basic root of this is
Envy.
competition,
Yeah, envy and jealousy, because why would you want to pull them if you're not envious and jealous of them?
Yes, from what I have observed, some Filipinos are very competitive, and we use this kind of mentality to bring other people down, which
Yeah.
is too bad.
Yeah, actually.
And it's very a sad thing because we keep dragging people down when in fact while we are dragging, we are not going somewhere also. So we're not going up. We're also dragging ourselves down by dragging them down.
So instead of dragging other people down, why don't we help each other, right?
Yes.
I think that will bring us to somewhere, which is a good thing.
Yes. Yeah, it's like the crabs in a bucket.
Yeah, crabs
Yeah.
in a bucket where when one tries to go up, the other will always pull the one who's trying to get up, and then at the end, nobody would be able to come out of the bucket, which
Yeah.
will end up cooking.
Instead
Yeah.
of helping each other,
Yeah.
they just tend to pull each other down.
And just like in school, we need to get rid of competition. We have to help each other for us to
Yeah.
become successful.
Yeah, because I
Right.
believe we only have one goal, right? So
Yeah, we
instead
all
of
have-
pulling each other down, we should help each other.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and it has
Definitely
become so
right.
common to Filipinos to drag other people down.
Yes, it's so ironic that we Filipinos are labeled to be hardworking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yet we
Hardworking, right? For example, the overseas Filipino workers.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm talking about overseas Filipino workers. So we have this attitude that it's very relevant nowadays. Like it's called the balikbayan box attitude. So this balikbayan box attitude, it's when we take advantage of the OFW's generosity to us to the point that we abuse the generosity.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't stop there, them being outside. It's also
When they get back, because we like value what they bring instead of their presence, right?
yes. Yeah, I think Erica, you have two brothers.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, yeah. I have two brothers.
Do you also have this kind of balikbayan box attitude?
Not really. I don't really value things because I look forward to their presence.
Wow,
That is really so sweet.
Yo, okay.
It's a very good thing because I think most of the kids or people who have OFW relatives are having this attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
They don't
part of-
really consider the hard work or the pain or the struggle they are going through other in the
Outside of the
outside
country.
of the country.
Yeah.
They only think of themselves like I
they-
need to get this, so I need to ask for this. Like they don't really think of other people.
Well, good thing I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
But they are so hardworking, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I can really relate to that because I don't have relatives or
Same.
parents outside of the
Same.
country.
Yes.
Yeah, so talking about hard work again, so we have this attitude. It's called manana habit, right? Yeah.
Yeah, manana habit. So
What
other than the crab mentality,
Balikbayan
balikbayan
box.
Attitude.
box, and
Filipino
Filipino
time.
time is the manana habit. So for all I know, manana came from a Spanish term, which means tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So
Tomorrow.
it somehow has a connection with procrastination.
I'm actually good at procrastinating.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
always
think we all
procrastinate.
We all are.
Same.
But see, it's become so normal that we don't see that it's actually a bad thing,
Yes,
right?
yes, right.
Yes.
It's so ironic that we are discussing
Yeah,
this
about
right
these
now.
attitudes that we have to
ourselves
get rid of. Well, in fact, we have these kind of attitudes.
Because we are
Filipinos.
But we shouldn't laugh about
Yeah,
this.
this
Yes.
is actually a
Yes.
serious matter we have to
Yes.
discuss here.
Yes, we are only talking about the manana habit. We are only forced to do a certain task when it is already like near the deadline,
Yeah.
right? You
Yes.
relate
We
to
always
that.
think that why won't you do it today but we have tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can relate to that. There's one time when I was in high school when we were given projects. When it's due today, we do it today also.
Yeah, we always want to stress ourselves out when in fact we can do it the previous day so that we will have time to rest on the next day, right?
Right.
Yes. I think it's also a problem because like we get the energy or the perseverance to do something when the deadline is near.
yeah.
Yes.
Like I
We
have
get-
to do this now because it's almost time to pass this.
And
Yeah.
I think it's because of the piling of works. Like we have lots of works and we think that we have to rest today
Yeah.
and do it tomorrow.
So we stress ourselves too much
Yes.
because it has already piled up na.
Yes, and
Yeah.
because of too much rest that we love to rest than do something.
Yeah. So manana habit is basically like procrastination, right?
Yeah, it seems like a miracle because we get things done in our country, right?
Yeah.
Just by doing this manana
Yeah, we are
kind of
Filipinos. We are hardworking, but not today.
Not today,
habit.
but
Yeah,
tomorrow.
not today.
Not today and tomorrow. We're not hardworking today, but tomorrow. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
But speaking of tomorrow,
Yeah.
we have this also mentality, the bahala na si Batman.
Yeah.
Right?
This
Yeah.
kind of the bahala na si Batman mentality is roughly translated as like come what may. So
What man?
thank you. I love it. That's what I
Yeah, that's
okay,
funny.
whatever.
Like we live most of today and we don't think about tomorrow. We
Yeah.
only think of today. That is what actually it means, right?
Yeah, that is the kind of belief that leaves everything to the hands of fate. So we just like give up and like we're just giving the fate
Or
decide our future.
Yeah.
It's like having so much money today that we spend them on a one day.
yeah,
right?
and then
Yeah.
it's like, bahala na tomorrow.
Bahala na.
I think I also get money. I'm just gonna spend this because I'm hungry, and then the next day you would end up, why did I spend all of the money yesterday?
Yes.
Right?
We will
I have tried
regret.
that a lot of times actually.
Same.
Yeah, and I think also that this bahala na habit is like being mediocre. Like we will not do our best because like passing projects, like for the sake of just
Yeah,
passing,
yeah,
we
that
will
is
not
also
do
one
our
thing.
best.
We
Like-
don't like put so much,
much
effort.
Effort,
into that.
yes.
At some point, it is also like, you don't. It's somewhat connected to Ningas Kugon, right? Because Ningas Kugon is somewhat
What's that?
doing something not or really like half baked or not or unfinished.
Oh, okay.
Like you don't put so much effort into it. As long as you did it, that's it.
Oh, it's like you have so much perseverance in the start, but
But
like
then end up
In the
yeah.
end.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you don't end it with the
So
same
much-
as
yeah,
you started.
conviction
So
or
the effort is
perseverance.
not consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it
is
goes
what
back to the great irony. Like we are talking about hard work,
hard work.
and here we have these attitudes that we don't do something or we don't do our best in most of the things.
Yeah, so why are
Yes.
Filipinos hardworking when we have these kind of attitudes?
I think it's because it's our like unique characteristics. Like we have this common annoying mentalities, but it makes us Filipinos.
Yeah, that's who we are.
Yeah, I think those attitudes makes us Filipinos, but still we have to get rid of them because if we get used to them, then it is already a negative thing or a bad thing, right?
Yes.
But how can we really get rid of these things?
Well, I think you need to have discipline.
Yeah,
discipline.
With especially with the Filipino time, I admit that I need to have discipline in myself.
Yeah, it should really start with inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because how can we change the Philippines or like other people if we don't even change ourselves? So we should start within ourselves, right?
Yeah, I think these attitudes are inevitable, but I think we should just lessen it. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, not
I
do it
think
all
so
the
too.
time.
We should like have the degrees.
Yes.
Like for the first one, we lessen it a little bit. The next,
Then
it's like
gradually
having a
it will-
diet.
Yes. Yeah.
we
I
don't
think so.
we don't
Yeah.
start from the big one. We start from the last
Like
one.
step by step. We
It's
do
like a
it step
stepping
by
stone.
slowly. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like just young as we are, we should start practicing avoiding doing these habits because once we grow up, we will bring this until we grow old. Like,
Yeah.
let's say Filipino time when we get our jobs, like we adopt this to like we get late every day because we have this
I think
attitude.
you're talking to me with that. Don't worry, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna start changing myself.
And how about
I'll
crab
get there.
mentality?
Crab
mentality.
mentality. I think we just have to be open-minded, and we have to support each other. We don't need to be. We don't have to be selfish.
And I think it starts with the insecurities within us, and we have to like accept and be inspired by other people and
Yeah.
not grab them. We have to be inspired and make a move or an act to be like them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we
think-
should have pulling them down. Let's bring ourselves up, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should like be sensitive of the things that we're going to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Before.
acceptance is really the key
Yeah,
there.
acceptance. That's what
I like
meant.
that. Acceptance is the
Acceptance.
key. I like that.
And I think the next one would be the mañana habit, right?
Yeah, how do
Yes.
we get rid of that kind of attitude?
Yeah, we should not think. We should.
We should not think that there's many tomorrows.
Let's
Yeah.
live today as if today is our last day.
Yeah, I like that.
You like that? That is
Yeah.
mine. I like what you said a while ago, and now you like what I
But
said.
we also have to plan for tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we
Yes.
should be ready of what is gonna come on tomorrow, but
Yes.
not really like live tomorrow.
But
right?
let's focus on today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
some people are not given the chance to,
To
live
live tomorrow.
today.
Yes.
Live
Yeah,
tomorrow.
and our plans should not be plans.
Let's do.
Let's
do it.
Let's
Yeah,
do
let's,
our
it,
plans.
it should not stop on just plans.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
And what are your learnings for today?
So, what I learned about today is the acceptance is the key.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
let's start within ourselves.
Yeah, I also like that because we need to change ourselves in order for others to change.
Let's inspire others, right? And I
How
like
about you?
also the
I would-
the
Live,
quote. Oh, yeah.
live as
As
live
if
today
there's
as
no
if
tomorrow.
it's your
Yeah, you just said that a while ago.
That's nice, and we hope that many Filipinos out there would be inspired to change their actions if they have this kinds of mentality.
Yeah.
So, what about you, Erica? What have you learned today, or what are the quotes of the day?
In relation to crab mentality, we should be sensitive of the actions that we do to other people because we might have hurt them.
We should not be
We
selfish.
we should not be selfish. We should not be self-centered because each of us is trying our best to go to the top. So why don't we just go together?
Yeah.
Help
Yeah.
each
Yeah,
other
help each
I like
other.
that.
and reach the goal that we are aiming for.
Yes.
So, I think that's it.
I hope you have learned something today and reflected on your life for you to change and for also the Philippines to change.
Yeah, so if you have comments, don't be afraid to comment it down below. Click on the subscribe button,
And the
like button.
Yeah.
And also the notification bell besides.
Yeah, so if you want to be
subscribe
notified,
button.
yeah.
And also, don't forget to share so that other
Yeah.
Filipinos
Yes.
will
Be
have
aware.
to watch this video.
Again, I am Yuzib.
I am Erica.
I'm Jenny,
And I am Val.
And
and
together,
together we are the Filipinoers. See you on the next episode.
Bye, guys.